Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is a yarn chat video. I want to say like number 113. Yeah, so I'm just going to chat about yarn and things I've made and drink a Starbucks. Okay, so the first thing, the good news is I finished my cute critter, crochet cute critters. I'm going to insert a little bit of a clip. I actually completed it last week. And so as soon as I finished it, I made a cute little crazy clip for you guys so you could see what it looked like. And then I'll come back with more information. Okay, so I've just inserted this clip, but I wanted to show you the cute critter I just finished. I've mentioned it in a few videos. It's from this book. Of course, I'll try to link this book in the description below from Amazon. You can buy it at Michael's. I have seen it there. I've made plenty of patterns from this book in the past. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but it is very simple and it's a great place to start if you want to make amigurumi. Now, I finished this dog. This is the second dog I've made. The first one was just like the one in the book, brown on brown. I have a student at school whose mom wanted, he wanted one, and she's my friend, so making it for him. He wanted blue. This is a Red Heart Super Saver blue, called Blue. You never know. And then this other light blue is not Red Heart. It's Impeccable from Michael's, and it's called Glacier. Then, because the thing that I hate about, the thing that I hate about these patterns is how the head is attached. So to hide it, I crocheted a little scarf and put it around, and that's just, I think, a big twist gray. I have made these in the past. Here's a bunny. Again, to hide the terrible neck situation, I tied a ribbon around this one. And then I made the zebra. And this guy, I haven't put anything on him yet. Yeah, I don't know why I keep making, except for the rest of the pattern is so easy, so well written. Everything is easy to follow. It's broken down step by step. I have a hard time with eyes too. My husband always says they're too small, but I mean, this is even bigger than what she calls for. I did something a little different with the paws this time. It's supposed to be blue on the end here, but I just forgot. So typically I would say if I was just sitting here watching some YouTube videos, working along, I could probably finish this in one Saturday. Yeah, they're very simple, easy to make. So hopefully the little guy loves it. It brings him comfort. I just simply knotted these. I just kind of sewed this up together, and then I did give it a stitch back there. And I think also the last time I made it, I forgot his tail. And true to form, the tail is off-centered. But that's okay. Maybe I'll tack it up here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, now back to hats. No, just kidding. I mean, I don't know what's coming next in the video. This is recorded probably a few days before. But I'm saying literally my next project is back to hats. Okay, cute critter. Okay, so I hope you like that clip. I'm pretty much think I'm gonna retire this book for a bit. I've made a lot of these cute critters, and I think I'm going to do a little bit more from the Friendly Red Fox. A really long time ago, I actually had won some kind of a contest that I didn't necessarily know I was entered in. And she sent me her digital copy of her book. She, the Friendly Red Fox, I don't remember her real name. She sent me a digital copy of her book in my Gmail. I have it, of a bunch of her critters. I think it's like Animals A to Z or something. I don't know, I can't look it up, it's in my phone. Oh, maybe I could look it up here though. But anyway, I'm going to make some of her critters, her things. Only because I just really like the way she assembles her amigurumis. One of my all-time favorite amigurumi she has is a sloth. And I might actually have it right here in this drawer. Yeah, this is my all-time favorite amigurumi pattern. This cute little sloth. When you make it with a high gi yarn, if you will, I have nowhere to put him. I'll just hold him. When you make it, it gives them a real fuzzy look. And I had people, it was maybe 2 or 3 summers ago, paying me to make them one. This is just with Red Heart Super Saver. He's a little on the thin side. I maybe should have stuffed him more. But it's so simple and so cute. I love making him. So I decided I'll make another amigurumi, but I'm going to do it with her patterns. So that is my main finished object. I'm still knitting a hat upstairs. Which leads me to the second thing. Well, sort of second thing. I had to do some Walmart shopping this week to get Maddie the odds and ends that you need to get a girl before she can go to a dance. And I decided, if you maybe saw or will see in a video, to make my own boutonnieres. It wasn't necessarily I don't really know. There's no floral shop anywhere near my side of town. And I don't like driving places, and I know I could have looked it up online, whatever. But it's like, oh, I'll just try making my own boutonniere. So I went to Walmart to get some crafting supplies so that I could make a boutonniere and a couple bouquets of Walmart flowers. And I thought, well, in the crafting section, I would look to see if they had Pioneer Woman yarn. Because I was watching Smells Like Yarn with Ross, and he had used some, and I thought, well, I want to see it for myself. I wonder if my Walmart has Pioneer yarn. Now, they do, but this is the deal, you guys. For some reason, they don't put it with the other yarns, my Walmart at least. They put it in a different section. So all the other yarn is in one row, and then the next row was like embroidery floss and supplies, sewing supplies, and then I want to say it was near this very small pattern section. They've greatly reduced the sewing patterns. I found the Pioneer yarn. So I, of course, chose whatever popped out into my eyes as being the cutest colors I could find right away, and I grabbed 2 different kinds. The first one I grabbed was this one right here. It's beautiful, aquas and blues and whites. It is acrylic yarn. 394 yards, and I'm trying to see the colorway. I don't have reading glasses down here. I can't find any. I've left them all upstairs, and my eyes are getting to the point where I need them. Maybe it's because I'm reading it upside down. Teal Stripes, and this yarn is a weight 3, a DK. So I got 2 skeins of them. I don't remember the exact price, but I want to say they were like $6. I want to say $6.97. I will look it up though to be exact and put it in the description, but they weren't super cheap by any means. But I mean, it wasn't like $30 a skein, you know, $6.97. I think it's really gone are the days where you can buy 2 skeins of yarn for $5. I really honestly think those days are gone. And the other one I got, oh my gosh, I know you guys are all shocked. You're like, what? Blues? Yeah, I know. These are, I mean, this is one of my go-to colors. This one also is called Teal Stripes. Now, I don't know if I'm just not reading the name correctly about where it is, because honestly, remember, I can barely see, and it's so small. I don't know if you guys can pause and read that. It's not the same. This one doesn't have the same colors in it, but I believe that it's called the same name. I don't even have any of my family members nearby to read this for me. But both of them are 100% acrylic, machine wash, but this one is a weight 4. Now, if I recall from Ross, he loved the colors. He knitted a scarf, and I'll look to see if I can find that video and link it in the description. He loved the colors and the variation between the color and the color changes, but didn't necessarily love the feel of the yarn. And I'm going to tell you, this yarn is not feeling luxurious. I would say maybe, I mean, you could make a scarf out of it. You definitely could make a hat, right? You could all that. But maybe like something that you would use in the house versus wearing on your body. You know, like a throw pillow, or maybe like I like to crochet little, I want to say doilies, but it's not the right word. It's kind of like a throw blanket, but it's kind of small. You just drape it on the back of your chair. You can make something real cute out of that. Okay, and then the last yarn I bought, I did not buy for my personal enjoyment at all. But I do have some boys in my class that love hunting, and I needed to get more boy hats, or at least gender neutral hats. So I thought, well, maybe I can get a hat or two out of this. This is nowhere near my color palette. You can tell I like teals, pinks, and purples. But, you know, making hats for the second graders is not about what I want. Yeah, so that was a purchase. I made that at the store when I was buying the stuff to make boutonnieres. And then the last thing that I want to show you that I bought, I actually got this at Joann's. I'm trying to think of why I went to Joann's. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's actually a little embarrassing. I went to TJ Maxx to get my son a belt because TJ Maxx is closer to my house than Walmart. And so I zipped over there to grab a belt, and I kind of parked like an idiot. And as I was about to come up to my car, I realized that I parked too close to the line, and this lady was trying to get into her car, and I was embarrassed. And my Joann's is right next door to TJ Maxx. So I just walked right past my car. I went into Joann's, and I just kind of mulled around. My Joann's used to have a big classroom area and on the front of the store, and I'm really sad that they don't have it really anymore because COVID, they stopped, and then they never brought it back. And in that area now they put their clearance. And I saw this and I thought, this is intriguing. Now it's not super cheap, but it was in the clearance section. $9.97. It is a twist and lock crochet hook, Susan Bates. Now, what I'm going to say is this is not my kind of hook. You'll see why when I pull it out of here to show you. But I wanted to give it a shot. They did have two different sizes. This one here is an H and a K, and then there was another set, but I was only going to spend $10 on one of these. I wasn't going to spend $20. And there was another one that was a I and a J. And I am trying to figure out, you guys, I'm an idiot. I don't even have all the parts. There's nothing else in here. I have to buy the handle. That's the problem. So this is, I'm probably going to go and return it, y'all. So it's $10 for these two components right here. And it's not even, the handle's not even included. I might look on Amazon. But I just wanted to see how reliable was it. Was the hook going to stay in the handle? Because, I mean, I do think that's kind of a clever idea to have the hook, to pop this in, twist it, and just have the one handle and pull out all these. But I don't use that kind of a head. Do you see that? How it has that more of a slant. I don't remember what they're called. Inline. I use the ones that are like this. I don't know if you could see the difference. How this one has that more of a... Does it matter? I don't know. Let me put my hand behind it. Because sometimes I see people do that on YouTube. They show something and they put their hand on it. Yeah. So you see this one has a little bit more of an incline and a pokier head. But anyway, it looks like I don't have the other component. For $10 just for two heads. And then to still have to buy the handle. And then if you want to change it to another hook, it says handle sold separately right there, y'all. Not a good deal, I don't think. I'll debate on whether or not I buy the handle, and then I'll use it and tell you guys what I think about it. And then look at, they have you can store your hook in the handle. I don't know what Susan Bates was thinking. I mean, how hard is it to put a bunch of these little hooks in a little zipper bag and carry it around in your purse? I mean, that's what I've been doing for years. I just get a little pencil bag and I put my hooks in there. I do have one weird hook that I'll look for. And it looks, I saw it at Walmart. I bought it a number of years ago. And it looks like a pocket knife, like a Swiss Army pocket knife. And it's like that little chunk, and then you flip the head's down, and it has 4 on there. I've always thought that was weird. My husband bought it for me as a little treat, which is thoughtful. But I was like, that's crazy. But that's really all I have, you guys. Homecoming is done for this week. I bought some yarn. I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of this yarn. I'm going to look for some pattern ideas. If you have any idea of something that you have made with this, or something that you love to make with 3 or DK yarn, let me know. You know, for the longest time I was making the Adirondack wraps with the 3-weight yarn, the mandalas. I was making a lot of those. But yeah, that's really all that's all I've been up to this week. Teaching, getting ready for the homecoming game. You guys, my son's football team, it's the first time our school has had a football team in like 8 or 9 years. And I mean, he doesn't play often because he's a freshman, but it was the homecoming game on Thursday. Our school doesn't have our own football field, so we have to go to the next town up and rent a field. And so we had to play it on Thursday. But anyway, he finally got in the game for a couple minutes. He did a kick return, which I'm not 100% sure what that means, but he was very excited about it. But anyway, the point is, we have an 8-man team because our school's small. We play other small schools. And this game went in quadruple overtime. Yeah, the rules for an 8-man football team to go into overtime, if your score's tied, is each team, you flip the coin to see who's going to go first, and then each team has a chance from the 25-yard line to get a touchdown. Well, and then once they do, the other team gets a chance from the 25-yard line to get a touchdown. You also can't do a kick. You have to do it where you pass the ball and you run for 2. You guys, it just never stopped. The first bit of overtime, they were still tied. The second time, they both scored. The third time, they still tied. And the fourth overtime, we finally got the winning touchdown. And then one of their boys, I don't remember the call, one of their boys behind the line of scrimmage or behind the action or something like that, ran up and grabbed one of our teams and unnecessarily, or one of our boys, and unnecessarily tackled him fiercely. It wasn't unnecessary roughness, that's what I called it, but they called it something else because it was behind the line and it wasn't necessary. And he got ejected from the game and they got a 15-yard penalty, which then made it practically impossible for them to get their touchdown, which then we won. So it was a very exciting football game. And then Maddie got to sing the national anthem at the volleyball girls' homecoming game. And then we had the homecoming dance, which, because they're freshmen, I had to drive them to where they were going to get their pictures taken. Then I had to drive them to where they were going to eat dinner. And then I had to drive them to the dance. And then I had to drive them home. But, you know, those days will be over soon. And they'll be driving their own cars. And it'll be more expensive because I'll have to pay their insurance, right? And so today we're just relaxing at home. And I'm getting ready to do some kind of a project. Okay. That is all for this yarn chat. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.